And without further ado, let's bring our next storyteller, Raj.
I am not as little. So, as an immigrant who came to America 25 years ago, I made a big mistake one day when I walked into the men's locker room at the Y. Since then, I have to say I have been scarred for life. I have seen things that I cannot unsee. I have seen things that would give Freddy Krueger nightmares. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Raj. I originally come from the vibrant city of Mumbai, where the weather is so hot and humid that even trees are looking for shade. I came to America in the year 2000, 25 years ago, to Erie, Pennsylvania. My friends, when they came to know that I was coming to Erie, Pennsylvania, they told me that Raj, you are going to get to enjoy the snow in Erie for the first time in your life. Now, what they failed to mention to me was how much snow. Spoiler alert, it's a lot. It's like an ungodly amount. I'm talking about enough snow that if people of Erie wanted, they could have constructed a second Mount Everest in their backyard. I swear to God, sometimes living there, I used to feel that Erie had only two weather seasons, winter and the 4th of July. Now, even before I landed in Erie, I had to do a little bit of homework on American culture. By that, I mean that I had to binge watch Friends. Back in the day when binge watch was never even a thing. I binge watched Friends so much that I started wondering, why doesn't my life also have a laughter track? Then, as part of research, I came across baseball, barbecue, football, which I later realized was not soccer. So, when I came to Erie, I decided that my first culinary expedition would be to the grand, the unparalleled, the most American of American cultural institutions, McDonald's. You know, as they say, when in Rome, do the Romans. So there I was, standing in line at the checkout counter at McDonald's, and I was ready to order just like I had rehearsed. So I stepped up and I said, I will have a number 3, medium, with a Coke, please. Now, inside, I felt like this was a flawless performance. In fact, I was looking around to see if somebody was giving me a hand, a round of applause. Or at least I was expecting a high five. Raj, what a flawless performance. But the cashier, God bless her heart, she looked at me and she asked me a question after I ordered. A question that was completely out of syllabus. A question that I had never heard before. A question that gives me nightmares even today whenever I go to a fast food restaurant. Any guesses as to what question she asked me after I ordered? Here you go. Here or to go. It never occurred in any of my research. And I'm deer like a deer in the headlights. Here or to go. I mean, I heard what she said. I just didn't know what it meant. Here or to go. In my mind, I'm going, is this a philosophical question? Am I here in this existential plane of existence? Or am I supposed to go somewhere else? Or I thought, could this be like a secret question to see that I'm worthy of a Big Mac? And you know what happens when you don't know what to do? You start looking here and there. And I'm looking at those menu screens, hoping that there's like a lifeline option, call a friend. And I was looking around, I didn't know what to say, like a deer in headlights. Then the cashier says me, sir. Now I felt flattered. She's calling me sir. You know where I come from, it's a sign of respect. But it didn't take me long to realize that sir means something totally different over here. Because the next thing she told me was, sir, you need to make a choice. Come on, we're losing daylight. Now at this time I had to ask her, what does it mean, here or to go? Then she explains me that here means you get to sit and eat here, or to go means you get to take the food and go outside, which I had to confirm is not illegal. When she explained me, my mind just went mind blasting. You know, normal people's mind would get blown. My mind was blasted listening at here or to go, especially to go. I thought, wow, this is such a cool concept, to go. In America, not only I get to have my burger, I also get to choose the precise geographical location as to where the consumption of the said burger will take place. I could have had this burger anywhere. I could have gone in a park bench, in my car, in my library. Hell, I could have taken this burger at the top of Statue of Liberty as well. To go, what a cool concept. So then I proudly stepped up and I told her, I will have my food here. Baby steps, okay? Because where I originally come from, you eat where you order your food, okay? If sometimes somebody were to see me take a plate of biryani and walk out, I'll definitely make the evening news headline. You know, like local man trying to dine and dash with a plate of biryani. More at 11. So then I finally got my order and I sat there, enjoyed my meal with fries, surrounded by the buzzing sound of people and the smell of freedom. That's right, smell of freedom. And I'm living in America for 25 years. 15 of those as a proud citizen, I can tell you, freedom smells a lot like McDonald's fries. And that scent, my fellow countrymen, is a scent worth fighting for. So as I sat there, I started thinking, Raj, you have done all this research, but some lessons you will learn only at the checkout counter at McDonald's. So now if you'll excuse me, I think I have to file a petition with the McDonald's to ask them to please change your greetings from welcome to McDonald's to welcome to America. Thank you.